Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing well. This week is our summer celebration. It's our last week of family food program. We thank Scotiabank and Food Share. Last week we did sweet and savory foods, and we just explored different sweet and savory flavors. So did anyone try making the crepes last week? And always remember, if you're cooking along with us or you're using the stove or knives, please make sure you have a parent or guardian with you and always wash your hands. And this week we are doing our summer celebration. So it's just fun and games, and we're learning to cook a feast with Chef V. So this link is to a form we would like you to fill out just in terms of attendance and your information. And this will be in the chat as well.
We're gonna move on, and Coach Zach is with us, and he's gonna do a little warm-up with us. Reminder to put yourself on mute while Zach is giving us the instructions. Sorry, Zach.
Oh, if you can hear me, could you go into your reactions and give me a thumbs up? Or if your video is on, just give me a thumbs up. Awesome. All right. So the name of this warm-up, it's called 1, 2, 3, 4 fitness. Okay? So we're going to give the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 all a different action. And when I say that number, we're going to do that action. So we're not just exercising our body, we're also exercising our focus and our memory. Okay? So we're going to start off really simple. I want everyone to just stand up. You don't need a whole lot of space, but you need enough space to stand up, move your arms, and kick your legs out straight like this, okay? So the first round, our right arm is going to be 1. Our left arm is going to be 2. Our right leg is going to be 3. And our left leg is going to be 4, okay? So when I say 1, you're going to swing your right hand straight out. Don't swing it like this. We're just going to push our hand out straight and bring it back. Number 2, you're just going to put your left hand out and bring it back. Number 3, you're going to kick forward, bring it back. Okay? And number 4, you're going to kick forward with your left foot and bring it back. Okay, so now that everybody understands the rules, we're going to go as fast as I say the numbers, okay? So let's start off a little slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, very good so far, very good. Now listen very carefully and try to do it as I do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 3, 1, 3. 2, 4, 2, 4. All right, very good, guys. Now it's going to get a little bit more complicated now. We're going to give each number a different action, okay? Number 1, we're going to run in place, okay? Number 2, we're going to do jumping jacks. Number 3, we're going to put our feet together and we're going to jump side to side like this. I'll move a little further back so you can see. Side to side like this. And 4, we're going to spread our feet out, sit down, and stand up. Okay? Squat and stand. Okay? So 1, jog in place. 2, jumping jacks. 3, we're going to do, these are called ski jumps. 2-foot jumps side to side. And 4, what's 4? You guys show me you remember 4? We're going to squat and stand. Perfect. All right, let's see who was paying attention. 3. There we go. Side to side jumps. 1.
Okay.
2.
I don't know if you guys are going to win prizes with your video off. Go do the exercises.
4.
Go.
3. 1. And 2. All right, guys, relax. Relax, shake your legs, shake your arms, shake your body. Really, really good work, guys. I loved what I saw from the cameras that were on. I hope the cameras that were off were still participating as well. That's going to be it for our quick 1, 2, 3, 4 fitness game. I'm going to pass it back to Sonia.
Amazing. Thank you both Fiona and Zach for those couple of quick warm-up games for us. Thank you for the folks who've just joined. Don't worry if you miss the games. We'll have another one on later. What I'm going to do is if Chef V is ready, just give us a thumbs up, Chef V. And we will pass it over to you so you can start the cooking lesson. And thank you everyone for joining us. We will have information on the prizes later. I'm sure people have questions about that, so just stay tuned. And Chef V, take it away.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sonia. Thanks for being part of our final cooking class of the season, and I thought it would be festive to create sort of an entire dinner, and it's summertime, and I thought something lovely. So I've chosen a Kamayan inspired communal dinner. It is a traditional Filipino dinner, and as I said, it's communal style. So what that means is basically all the food gets laid out on a board or right on, and we just start layering rice and grilled meats and fish. Hi, so I'm going to show you how to cook up some rice. I'm going to show you how to marinate chicken and some trout. And in class, we will prepare cut fruits and roasted for dinner. I don't know if anybody's ever seen these before, but these are called banana leaves, and they come in the frozen food section of many grocery stores. So that's going to become our dish and our tablecloth. So, but we'll get to that later. So in the meantime, I want to show you how to go ahead about making the 2 marinades that I had in the recipe. So I'm just going to get going on that because we want to get the meat going right away, because you can cook it right away, but it's always nice if you can let it marinate for a little while. So I'm going to get going on the chicken satay marinades. We've got 2 different things going on. So for the first one, I have a little bit of hoisin sauce and a little bit of soy sauce right here. I'm just going to mix everything together here. I have a little bit of sugar. We're going to pour that right in there. I have some chopped garlic and some chopped ginger. We're just going to go ahead and mix that all together in this little container. And I'm going to put a little bit of oil in here. There we go, right into the mix. And we're just going to mix all that together. And we're going to add it to my bowl of chicken. I've already cut these chicken this chicken's been cut into strips. But I will, when I make the other dry spice mix, I'll cut up the rest of my chicken. Anyway, we're going to mix that all together. We're just going to pour it right into the chicken. And, up to a day, the longer you can let this marinate, the better. But really, even a little bit is better than, no marinating time. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to mix all that together. It smells really good already, even though it's raw here. Okay, so I'm going to let this marinate just for a few minutes here while I get the other one going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them on skewer as soon as I marinate them. And then I can let them marinate a little longer if I choose to. Okay, so that one's done. So I'll get my cutting board. Okay, I got my cutting board here. Get ready for the chicken. So in this container, I have some salt and I have a little bit of sugar. So I'm going to mix all that together. So there's my mix is already made right there. I have a little bit of oil right here. And you know, it's quite strong and a bit salty. So if you have a lot of chicken, use all of it. If you have just a little bit of chicken, just use part of it. And if you don't mix the oil into the dry spices, you can just wrap it up and use it anytime if you have extra. Okay, so I'm going to get my chicken ready right here. Okay, put this over here. So I'm just going to finish this up here. Okay, here I have boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So I'm just going to open them up and I'm just going to cut them into some wide pieces here. This is kind of a large one, so I've cut this into 5 pieces. And I'm just going to add that to my bowl. I have another one here. And there's a little bit of fat on this this thigh, but you know what? I'm going to leave this little bit of fat to help keep it juicy. Okay, there we go. Put that into the bowl. Okay, I'm going to get rid of my my things here. Get rid of that. Okay, so take that. I'm going to pour my powder right into that. So I'm not going to use all of it because it's going to be too much. I'm going to use about, because I don't have a lot of chicken. All right, I can pour a little bit of oil. There we go. That's done. Same hand. I'm just going to mix this with my hand. There we go. Okay. There we go. So that's all marinated. So what we need to do, we can marinate that. We can marinate that, as I said, for as long as you'd like to. But I'm just going to show you how to skewer them right now. So I've got my pan right here. Get this out of the way. I've got a pan right here. This out of the way. I have my skewers right here. Whoops. Okay. So I'm just going to go back and I'm just going to show you how I'm going to skewer this. Okay. I think you just want to take the long piece and just sort of push the skewer the best you can through the center of it. That's the best way so that you get most of the meat on it. Okay. We'll do the same here. There we go. So I'm just going to put a few pieces because I think that's quite a good size for a portion. So we're going to do that. Okay. I'll just do a few pieces here. Okay. There we go. Just gonna lay them out. This is the hoisin. It's quite liquidy. Okay. There we go. I'll just do one more here. You get the idea of how of skewering it. I mean, there's lots of different ways to put meat on a skewer. There we go. So that's the hoisin one. I'm going to go right into the 5-spice chicken mix. Okay. I've chosen these particular flavors because it's this is a quick marinade. There's all kinds of different marinades that you could use for any meat or fish. I know that often in the traditional Filipino dinner, often it's quite, they use a lot of like sweet and sour things, you know, like apple cider vinegar, brown sugar, soy sauce. Sometimes they use sparkling lime or lemon pop to go into for a chicken marinade. But I chose some different Asian flavors, not traditionally Filipino. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so I'm going to put this down. Or I'm just going to reach over. I'm just going to pop this in the oven. So I've got a few pieces of each different type of chicken. I'm just going to put this right into the oven and quickly wash my hand here. Okay. That's going right into the oven. Okay. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to cook the rice next. To move these things out of the way. We're going to get this going right away. Okay, so I'm gonna turn my burner on fairly high to high heat because I want this to cook quickly and sort of medium high heat. Okay, just gonna get it going. Okay, just to get a little bit hot, but I'm gonna get my cutting board here. So we're gonna cook up some garlic first, which is over here. Garlic right here. Okay. So this is a very flavorful rice. I'm just gonna chop up some garlic really quickly here. So I'm gonna take a few heads of garlic here. Now you could add ginger to this, you could add chilies. I'm gonna add something, as a matter of fact. I'm gonna add some green onions. So when I'm cooking the garlic, as soon as they start to brown, as soon as the garlic starts to brown, I'm gonna add some sliced green onions. It gives a real nice flavor to the rice. Although you can use it as a garnish or not at all if you don't like green onions. But it does give a nice flavor when it's briefly cooked, but before you put in the rice. Okay. There we go. Maybe I'll just there we go. You can add as much garlic as you like. This is quite a garlicky dish, so I'm just adding a few here, but if you have about 4 or 6 cups of rice, you might want to add, six cloves of garlic seems right for that amount. Okay, and you want to just make sure that the pieces are fairly even, because you want them to brown at the same time, so that some pieces aren't all burnt. Okay, so that's going. I'm going to pour in my oil to the pan. Just going to push that to the side. Okay, just let that get hot. So now I want to get my pan hot fairly quickly, but now I'm going to turn it down to about a medium, so because I don't want my garlic to burn. So I'm going to put that right into the pan. There we go. My thing here. Now you're going to want to stir. You're going to want to stir this while it's cooking, and just be careful that the oil doesn't splash you because it's very hot. Yeah, it's just sizzling away here. I don't know if you can see that. It's sizzling quite well. Okay. So I'm just going to keep stirring this for a couple of minutes. Onions in here.
Sorry, Sheffy, we lost your audio for a second. If you could just maybe back up and let us know what was the last kind of instruction before you're putting things in the pan.
Okay. So my garlic is nicely browned, but and I've added some green onions, sliced green onions to the pan because I really like that flavor. You want to make sure your garlic is not don't black because it'll just be bitter and you won't enjoy it. Okay, so only a minute for the onions, and now I'm going to put in some rice. You want to just kind of make sure it's not all clumpy. So just put in some rice. There we go. I'm not going to put all this right in here. I'll put some of this right. That's probably enough. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to turn it up a little bit. I want to turn it up just a little bit while I'm mixing all these things together here. Okay. And you want to make sure it gets kind of nice and crispy on the bottom as well. A little bit crispy if you like it. You can turn it up a little higher if you want it to be crispy. And then give it a few minutes. I'm just stirring it so that it's kind of all sticking together here. Okay, there we go. So while that's kind of cooking up, I want to show you, while that's cooking, I want to show you what I'm doing with the fish. So I have another small tray, and I have a piece of trout here, piece of steelhead trout. So I'm going to lay that right on there. And I have some, now you can mix it all together, or like what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to go right in there. I'm just going to go right in there and pour just a little bit of syrup on there, maple syrup. I'm going to pour a little bit of soy sauce right on top. Just, oh, that's a little bit too much. Just a little bit. Okay. And a squeeze of some lime juice. It's going to kind of get that going together there, just like that. And I have some salt and pepper. Now, also with something like this, you can add some chopped ginger, garlic, chilies, hot sauce.
So it seems like we've lost Chef V for a second.
That's going right into the oven. So the fish is now going into the oven.
So
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
If you've read the recipe that I've provided, I did mention that you could cook the fish at quite a low temperature, 200 degrees Fahrenheit. It seems rather low, but you can cook it at a higher temperature just for less time. It just keeps it really nice and moist. And just, you can cook it for a little bit longer, 15 to 25 minutes, depending on how big your trout is. So it's up to you. You can turn your heat up a little bit if you don't want to wait that long. The fish cooks rather quickly. Okay. So basically, my rice is all.
Okay, I think while we're waiting for Chef V's video feed to come back, Fiona has another game teed up for us. So Fiona, if you want to walk us through this game, and we'll play that while we wait for Chef V to get back online.
Awesome. So the game I have for you guys is Guess the Food.
Okay, so move some of these things away a little bit.
So Chef V, just a second, you went offline, so we're just going to play a game for a couple of minutes.
Okay. I went offline?
It completely froze for us.
All right, guys. So the game we're going to be playing is Guess the Food. I'm going to give you 3 hints, and you guys are going to try and guess the food. So you could put it in the comments and let us know what you guys think the food is. So this is our first one. And our hint is, okay, you got 2. So red on the inside, white on the outside, spiky, but I won't hurt you. Anyone have any guesses?
Pineapple?
That's a good guess. Not a pineapple. It's not a star fruit. It's not a lychee. Those are really good ones.
Oh, she said it's not lychee. She said it's not. Watermelon?
It's not a watermelon. I want to give you your 3rd guess. I have small black seeds inside.
Dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit. You got it. It is a dragon fruit. It's like reddish pink, but yeah. So it has the spikes on the inside, and it is white on the inside with black seeds. So we have another one for you guys. I have a large seed at my center. It's your first hint. I'll give you your second one. I can be red, green, or yellow on the outside. Sometimes I'm all three. And I'm yellow or orange on the inside.
Mango?
Mango. Got that one. That's pretty good.
People are calling you that, so let's just.
I was going to say peach.
Come in, okay, quick.
So our next one, I am orange. Anyone guessing what it is?
Orange.
Orange.
Is it an orange?
It's orange.
I am round.
An orange.
Not an orange.
Peach.
Any other guesses before I do the last one?
Peach, nectarine.
No, tangerine.
No.
Tangerine.
No.
What?
Grapefruit. Grapefruit.
I'll give you
Grapefruit.
some. I think you guys are gonna get it really.
Lemon.
Grapefruit.
No, none of those.
Fiona, have you seen the chat?
I'm all right.
Yeah, someone got it. Okay, you see it in
Pumpkin.
over. It's a pumpkin.
It's not round. I mean,
No,
not usually.
rounded.
It's bumps. It's bumpy. It's not round. Round is like a sphere. Did you get it?
Okay,
Pumpkin.
so let's check back in with Chef. Good job, guys.
The game is over.
How do we get to the live?
So then you guys could click speaker view up in the top where it says gallery. And if you left click, you could also pin Chef's chat so you guys can see it.
Jeffy, we're ready to go back over to you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
We can, yes, you're good.
Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to use my cutting board that I have on top of my table. So I'm not going to line my whole table because I'm going to have to move this off of eventually. So so I have these banana leaves, and as I said, they come in it's frozen in this package, and you get a lot of banana leaves. So you could either just quickly remove some and put them back in the freezer, because there are a lot of banana leaves here. Also, you can put food into the banana leaves after you wipe them down with a cloth. You want to wipe down to remove some of the white residue. But you can put, rice, different things in banana leaves. You could make cooked fish in banana leaves. All you would do is place it inside, make sure it's large enough, and just kind of roll it up and seal the ends as you go, sort of like that. And there's different shapes that you can make, and then you can bake them in the oven or grill them, and it just imparts a kind of a nice, a bit of a different sort of flavor, to be honest. It's kind of a slightly floral, vaguely banana peel smell and taste. But anyway, so you can do other things with banana leaves. But right now we're going to use it as a tablecloth and as our, okay, so to make it a little bit bigger here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to move these out of the way for now. So I'm just going to sort of make a small version of this. So basically what we want to do, and now there's sort of like a traditional little salad that goes with this particular dinner, and often it would be placed in front of where the place setting is for you. And as I said, there's no dishes here, and there's no cutlery, so everybody's eating with their hands. So I'm going to slice up 4 oranges here. I'm going to cut up some oranges here, and I'm going to use this as my place setting here. So we're going to say this is for 4 people. So there's my oranges, and I could put I have a couple of extra orange pieces here, so I may as well just use them. Okay, so there we go. And next I'm going to put some mangoes in the same location here. So this can be done ahead of time before you put the hot food. Before you put the hot food, you want to put mango slices for each person. It's a nice thing. It's a nice accompaniment to to the grilled meats and fish or oven roasted. Okay, so we're gonna put some mangoes here with the oranges. Here we go.
Yes. If it doesn't interrupt you, there's just a couple of questions that have come in. I think we have some folks cooking at home. So one is, what temperature do we cook the chicken in the oven? So what temperature do we
I can't hear your question.
Sorry. Can you hear me now? Okay.
You have to repeat it. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
So what temperature do we cook the chicken in the oven?
Depending on your oven, I think you could, I think I've written down 400, about 400. You can, I mean, anywhere between 350 and 450. You have to just keep your eye on it, to be honest. Yeah. It's not, it cooks at different temperatures. You just have to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Erin also had a question. So Erin, if you want to take yourself off mute and ask, feel free to go ahead.
Okay. What is it here? For the recipe, it says that you have to do you have to have 2.5 of chicken for the kebab. Is it total, or is it the amount for each type?
For each marinade. Yeah. Marinade.
Oh yeah, for the marinade.
You're cutting in and out. I didn't quite hear the whole question.
Or half of 2.5.
Is the marinade for 2.5 pounds or half of the 2.5 pounds?
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's for the 2.5 pounds. Yeah, so if you have less, chicken, just use part of it.
If you want to do divide it in half, right?
Yeah, each recipe, you could use the full amount of each marinade. So if you split the 2.5 pounds, you just want to use less. Okay, half. If you're going to split the 2 pounds for it, yeah. Is that clear?
Yep, that's clear.
Okay. Should I keep going? Okay. So now that we've got, so this is going to be our little salad in the middle here on the sides. And I'm going to go, now if I was doing this ahead of time and I had a big table laid out, I would walk around and place all my fruits on the outside. All my cut up vegetables, roasted vegetables, or some of the roasted vegetables, I would put some of them on the outside so that when my meat was ready, I could just lay down the rice in the middle and then put the barbecued or grilled or oven roasted meats and the hot vegetables on top of the hot rice. And all the cool things would be on the outside. So, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on here right now. I'm just gonna lay the rice right here in the middle. So to go ahead and lay that down. It's a little bit crispy. There we go. There we go. I've got all my rice right here in the middle. Okay. And I'm going to start layering some of the fruits that I have. So I have a little bit of pineapple here. I'm just going to add a few pieces of pineapple. Not too many because I kind of have a lot of things today. So I have a few pieces of pineapple around the outside. Okay. I have some on the top. I've got some papaya that I sliced up. So we'll go in with some papaya pieces on this in the middle here, sort of on the outside of the rice. I have some papayas here. Okay. Got that. I have some, oh, excuse me, I have one more thing I want to put out. I have to go get it. It's right here. Okay. I also have some lettuce. So I don't want the lettuce on rice, and I'm going to use some of the smaller pieces of lettuce that I have. There we go, sort of on the outside there. Sort of tuck them in. You have to use your eye, you know, your judgment there. Some pieces of lettuce, okay. And I have some sliced tomatoes. So basically you're gonna have a full meal here. Your vegetables, your fruits. There we go, some tomatoes. Oops, a little bit of tomato. I've got some cucumbers here that I can slip in here and there. Oops. Got a few cucumbers. I have some bok choy. The leaves, they stalk actually, but just blanched. I have a few blanched leaves here. Okay, so I'm going to put that down too. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to put down is I have a few other vegetables here. I've got some corn on the cob. We're just going to place around here. So I don't want to put too many things because you want to sort of provide the right amount of food for the number of people eating. Okay, so I'll put that there for now. Okay, so next I think I'm going to add the grilled vegetables. I have a couple of grilled vegetables here. I have a few pieces of eggplant here. Some grilled eggplant. And I have over here whoops. I have some peppers, some shishito peppers that I also had in the fridge. So I grilled a few of those up. We got that going. I have some okra, which is a traditional vegetable for the Kamayan dinner. A few pieces of vegetables there. And I have some mushrooms as well. There we go. There we go. That's good enough. Save this for something else. And all right, now it's time to lay out the meat, which I have right here. I've got my grilled chicken pieces here. Just going to go ahead and place those right on there like that. There we go. And let's not forget the fish, because I have that too. I just have to think about where I put it. Oh, it's over here. Okay, so that cooked it nicely. I cut this just into 2 pieces here, so I thought that was okay. I'll just fold that in there. Just gonna fold this right in there. We've got our trout, we got our chicken. Now, often, I thought this was fun. I've added a few spring rolls because I think that's something that you might see in this dinner as well. A couple of spring rolls. We're going to add that on here as well. So it's looking like a pretty good feast. Now, you're going to need some lime to go with your salad. So we're just going to add a little bit of limes to this. You're going to need a few limes for this dinner. Okay, there you go. There we go. And I have some, now I've used more than a few different vegetables, but I wanted to show you what the potential is. And there's a whole bunch of other vegetables that, you know, I have some watermelon too. Now I thought it was a pink watermelon, but it's not, it's a yellow one. So I'm just gonna add a few pieces here. I got some over here. That's okay, just like that, that's fine. And I just for some sort of contrast, a few radish leaves. There we go. Just for some little bit of crunch. There we go. And I believe this is now it's completed, but I like herbs on my food, so I'm gonna just put some mint leaves on top. I have a few mint leaves. There we go. And I happen to have some Thai basil, which is kind of like a licoricey flavor a little bit. It's very delicious. So I'm just going to put a few of those leaves here as well, because I have some of those. And I have a little bit of corn, which I might just put on top. And there we go. There we go. Our dinner is all ready. We've got everything we need here for a wonderful dinner. I have a little bit of hot sauce on the side. I have a little bit of just vinegar mixed with a little bit of fish sauce. And I also have onions on the side there as well. Ta-da! I present the Kamayan Dinner for our last class of the summer. See if I can put something underneath here. Anybody have any questions?